What's good, family? We are back once again for another live Thursday of the Family Bloodline Podcast.
So,
Yeah,
What's on,
yeah, well,
everybody?
yeah. We are back. We are back. We are back. And so let's because we got three things to try and get through, try and run through. I think we're gonna get held up on one particular thing, so I don't want to delay it too much. So before we get started, as always, just a quick overview of the rundown of your week so far. How has it been, and uh, all the other good stuff. How y'all doing?
Week is good. Nothing too crazy. Living a dream. Whose dream?
we
I don't
took
know.
volleyball yesterday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Y'all did what?
we killed
yeah,
it in volleyball yesterday.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. All right. So what's
Yeah.
y'all's record so far?
So we mm, that's 5 wins and uh 4 losses.
The 4 losses. Okay.
Yeah, 5
Okay.
wins, 4 losses. But we we had to get back into it.
Yeah. Yeah. That happens. That happens. Got to get back into the swing of things sometimes. I get it. Dirt. How has yours been?
No, it's been decent, man. All of us definitely get allergies around here, though. Man, you can see that shit on people and on clothes and everything. It's so thick and ridiculous now, man. That pollen is high.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that pollen is so thick. We
Wow.
all running around here looking like we just fired up or something.
Damn.
Mhm.
Damn. That's bad.
Eyes watery, yeah, itchy. But outside of that, it's been a stellar week, good week. Got some stuff done around the house. Stellar week.
All right. That's what's happening. Our week has been all right. Um just class, I would say. I had a couple of amazing things happen. I was able to instruct a class that instructs instructors, so that was dope.
Mhm.
But so far so good. So far so good. Can't complain.
Awesome.
They all right in the back?
They do this every week, bro. Nobody be down here. I come set up and they want to have a full on basketball, football, they soccer game or something in the back.
Hey, they boys. That's what they gonna do.
Yeah, that's wild.
But like I say,
They
nobody be down here until I'm down here. I come set up and everybody want to come right here next to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I go down. That's how I go down. So um let's get ready to wrap it up. Let's get ready to wrap it up without too much delay.
let's do
Or
it.
so our first topic. This was Dirk's. This was Dirk's. He came through with this the other night.
Uh-huh. I wasn't there because I was
Yep.
outside. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you supposed to. Did you check some of it out though? Cause
The one you sent?
yeah, that was just one. Oh, me and Jig set up Tuesday. And we went through. Oh
Couple.
my goodness, a couple of them.
Yeah, I saw the one you sent today. I was at work, so I couldn't respond, but I saw.
Yeah, but we talking about YN R&B.
And
YN.
why? And
So take us down that trip, Dirk. Take us down that road. How you get there?
Um, Crazy just sitting up 420. We sitting up 420, sitting around doing what we doing around the campfire. And we just talk, and somebody pulled up like, man, have y'all heard about the YN R&B? It's intriguing. Like, let me hear it, man. I'm trying to hear some harmonizing by some young thug cats. That's my perception. They young thugs. And baby, when I tell you, it is what it is. It is. It is R&B
or
drill rap. No, it's like drill rap though.
Yeah.
Like so if you take one of your say one of your Shot Town rappers, you know what I'm saying? Put them on an R&B track. Jig, you got some? You ain't got a little bit of it?
I'll pull some in a second, but we can only play a little bit, so we
Correct,
don't.
correct.
Yeah, yeah. I'll actually. Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second. I will pull. I will pull one real quick and highlight it. I meant to have this up already. I actually kind of. It's not that I didn't want to play it. I just forgot. So hold on. You sent me one. I won't be able to get that because it's on my phone. But I can. I can actually tell me which one it was.
Busting at You was one of them. I can't remember the artist's name.
Say what now?
I can't wait to bust at you. Yes, it's the type of lyrics that are going on in the song. That's why I wanted, you know what I'm saying, people to hear a little bit of it to get an understanding of what I'm talking about.
All right, give me a second. Let me.
Yeah. But like I say, I was appalled but intrigued at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
That
I'm like,
oh, the
because
title
when
just
I heard,
the
yeah, because
title
when
had
I heard some of it, they was remaking like some of our classic R&B hits. Like
Yeah.
they'll take like an Usher song and they'll make a hit. They was taking the
I
old
think I
school.
if that's okay. I think I heard some of those. And I just switched
So
to
yeah.
say out. It ain't what I'm trying to listen to.
So this is an 18-second clip of one guy right here.
Yes. I've heard this one. We do not own the rights to this music, by the way.
We do not own the rights to this music.
Do not turn us off.
It's for educational purposes only. Uh, so, that's
What y'all think about it, man? Like I say, I told you I thought about it. Like it was it threw me off a little bit, but like I say, I was
Definitely
actually
throw.
into it. Like
Definitely.
I'm trying to think. I uh I hold on, give me a second. It's kind of loud in your background because of
oh,
I it wouldn't be my go-to. You dig? It wouldn't be my go-to. Um I'm having like a hard time with a few things here lately. I'm having a hard time. Yeah. So some of the things I'm having a hard time with is these guys trying to be as cute as women. And to me, this is another avenue of these guys trying to be cute. Like I had a video posted on my page of a guy whose hair was messed up, and so he decided to get a lace front, and then somebody braided him up, and he had the little baby hair, right? And then the baby hair folded down into his beard, and I was like, what are these guys doing? And now they doing the YN R&B and purses and pants. It's like, come on, bruh. That's maybe I'm
I
thinking
don't
of
know if those go hand in hand.
okay.
yeah, me neither. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
But I, as far as the YN R&B goes, that's how they coming at them right now, and that's what. And I mean, back in the '90s, that's not how you know dudes was coming at you.
Yeah.
No,
But the way the young ladies are right now, that's why you get. That's how you gotta come. You gotta meet them where they at.
and that's
No,
why I kind of liked it. I mean, that's why I liked it because it actually gave a lot of them a chance to actually come out and sing. You know what I'm saying? Some of them might not sing because they might get clowned by their partners, or you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you on that? You know, man, quit all that
I
R&B
mean,
stuff, bro.
if nobody should be clowning you if you gotta give, is what I'm saying. If
yeah.
somebody
I
clowns,
mean,
if you don't need to be around those individuals.
I'm just saying, a group of thugs, you know what I'm saying? Like Mo3 did it. Like it's like certain people, certain individuals do it, but then it's certain people that Hold on. Oh.
Okay.
But it's I'll be
I'm just
singing
saying that they
it. Right, Chris. Right. And,
are you
I
thugging it, Chris? Is that what we saying?
Chris ain't thugging it. Chris
He
ain't thugging
thugging
it.
it. He,
Nah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's certain, but it is insecurities about stuff, like the dude with the lace front you spoke about, Jig. You know what I'm saying? Like people right tired of not having a hairline, a ball, but I don't understand going all the way down to your beard and everything.
I mean,
But
you know how they be having that connecting, looking like the what's that
correct.
the helmets.
My man.
Ah, I see you, Chris. I see you.
Oh, all right. Got it. Got it. I stand corrected. He is thugging.
Hey, you
Chris
better
is
act
thug
out
shit. I apologize.
better
Don't come
act.
through. Right.
I'm weak.
Like I
But
said,
I mean, because when I heard it, you know, that's a Tamia song, and you get ready to do the step, the Tamia slide when you hear that song, and I was like,
Right.
how step to this?
Let me listen a little bit closer.
I was like, wait a minute, this ain't it.
So you ain't stepping to it. It's slide music, just like drill music, but it's a little bit. It keep your heart rate down. You know what I'm saying? Your blood pressure at a minimum. You know what I'm saying? You just cruising until you you know. I'm just saying, man. That's how I
And
treat it.
I mean, but does it? That's I don't. Again, I ain't hating on the young guys. I tell you that. I won't do that to them. Just because I don't understand it, don't mean it's not relevant to somebody.
and they just
Gotcha.
meet young ladies at where they at because he not singing to 99 9 he not yes I love yes bring back Tony for sure, but
One of them. One of
he
them
not
just
singing
passed.
to the aunties. He's singing to the little young things out there with the what you say with my biker shorts and my moose knuckle. That's who they singing to.
And see, that's what was weird to me because you
Singing
actually
to.
singing to another dude because you actually telling them I can't wait to bust at you. You know what I'm saying? My op, they singing to their op. So I was like, man, you made a whole chrome tune about sliding on your, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that was the aspect of it that threw me off. But then when I heard like
Like
certain
it's
ones where they talking about why
what
you
is
with
that
dude,
stage
like
for?
what you talking about, Jig?
I'm gonna say something that's not gonna be probably the most popular thing that I've ever said, but I have to say it.
Okay.
Singing to your ops is probably one of the most anti-heterosexual things you can do and try and
Mm,
claim to be.
mm.
That shit don't hit. It don't react right. It don't react right.
And
And
I'm like, you talking to me?
it,
You talking to me?
DK waits a bus at me, huh?
What?
What is he thinking about at night? What is he on?
What is this?
Oh,
That I'll be like, what?
I'm, I'm not saying again. It's not. It wouldn't be my go-to. Like if I was out skating and it came on, I'd go ahead and sit down.
Ah,
okay.
I would go ahead and sit down, and
I
I'd
still skate to it. I still skate. And then then you see the little YNs walking around with their little purses just gliding around with you, like
Yeah, no.
wild. That's wild.
That's I can't stop that.
That's
I'm just
wild.
saying.
They rocking the purses. They singing to each other. This sounds like an episode of oh man, with Riley and his twin brother.
Boondocks.
So the Boondocks.
These things is gay.
It sounds like an episode of Boondocks. I mean, hey, look, gangsters, y'all keep doing y'all thing. I don't endorse it.
Dang. Dang.
No, these are not satchels. I endorse satchels. Satchels actually can look kind of classy depending on what you're rocking, right? If you got the right
Not
person,
Indiana Jones.
Lord,
These are
these are purses, bruh. These are and look, you know how you live. I don't understand it, and just because I don't understand it doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. You know, it's if that's the culture where they are right now.
Right.
I won't abide by their rules. Plus, I'm not in their world either, so it doesn't really matter if I like it or dislike it. It's me on the outside, kind of laughing. I guess you can call it. And that's the crazy thing, right? I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what's going on with the world, Chris. I really don't. I'm just here living in it. I'm existing. And I'm silly. I'm too silly to be seeing some of this stuff because I laugh. I laugh, and people get upset when I laugh because it's a hearty laughing at some of this stuff. But
Yeah, like I remember going with the trends and everything coming up, but I don't tell but I don't recall you know what I'm saying? Like this stuff is like it's just here and gone, you know what I'm saying?
it
It's
is,
it's not like no it's like a wave pretty much, you know, instead of
yeah.
a movement or I don't know, TikTok. What I was trying to think of
hey,
what we call it on TikTok. What's it called for? It's
A
like
trend. It's a quick
a
trend.
trend. The trend. Yeah, it's just a trend. You know what I'm saying? But
so do you
let's
gonna
say
last
I would
like
endorse it. I
R&B?
would endorse it.
Is it gonna last like the R&B from even from the 60s, the 70s, the
No,
80s, the 90s? Definitely ain't gonna rock with the 90s. But y'all think is it gonna hold like the rest of the R&B has? What y'all think?
go ahead, Dirk. What's your take?
Uh, I think it'll stand up in today's generation. Just like I say, he's not just speaking to the young ladies. He's speaking to the young males. So it's people out there that might get
Okay,
really resonate with this song. You know what I'm saying? Or types of songs. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just rapping about sliding on the app is actually rapping about sliding on chicks too. You know what I'm saying? Like they got little R&B songs where they sliding on the chicks, but they talking about it in a different manner. You know, I ain't talking about
Yeah.
popping no chick or nothing. I'm just talking about sliding. Like really.
Hey,
yeah,
they out here doing that too. There is no code in these streets with these YNs. Like
right.
seriously, there is no
And
code.
that's
None.
yeah, that's somewhat of an issue. But yeah, I agree, and I don't think it's gonna stick. Um,
I just don't
and I,
think it gonna hold weight like the good art. Not okay. I'm not gonna say good art. That's saying that they are bad, but
yeah, I don't think it has too many places to go. I think it's fun for the moment, just like a lot of other stuff is. And the hope is, however, people that need to make their money, especially in this economy, they make their money off social media. It becomes a thing, and they get paid, and they do something smart with it.
mm,
I can endorse that part of it. Get your money up, fellas.
what's that song again?
Say again.
What's the name of that song again?
Uh,
I can't
but
wait to bust at you. But like I say, Wanda, you go on TikTok, it's
Oh,
several. They so
that-
like the one I sent you today, it was about what if your YNs was doing this back in the 60s. And he over like a doo-wop beat, but instead of
right,
like doo-wop, he like ba, 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 da 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 or something like you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's like that's what they own.
it's a no.
You going in the backyard? No, you ain't.
I understand why. I don't think it's going to be around too long. It's a passing fade, trend. It's fun for now, but it ain't about to
Long
be
as
here.
long as the breezies and the tanks and the Marios out here still singing, it has like no.
Right.
Of course, yeah.
Mm,
I haven't heard. And this doesn't mean that it ain't going to do nothing. I just haven't heard any mainstream artists hop on the trend just yet, and I'm sure somebody will eventually because if it's trending, that's what they're going to do. But
mm.
just like mumble rappers came through real quick and it was a rise for a quick second and There's still some around, but they've had to figure out how to switch up their style to stay relevant. The mumble rap hasn't just been a prominent thing, or I could be wrong. And I agree with this. Yeah, this is a very Duke Ellington thing. There are two kinds of music, Maya's saying, good music and the other kind. And I endorse that. But then again, I haven't heard all of it. I've only heard a few songs. There might be something that I dig, depending on the beat, and the lyrics. But that has yet to be seen. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We need you up this weekend, and you're gonna be out sliding to some of that YN R&B. Watch, I'm guaranteed you're gonna be like, "Cuz,
I can't see it. I can't see it. And the reason why I can't see it is we grew up when gangster rap was multiple different things. It wasn't studio gangster rap. It was actually a reflection of what was going on around us in real life. Right? It wasn't something that people were trying to endorse in the movement of being fascinated with the life. It was the real thing. And so I think a lot of these guys, like 21 Savage, he's not a gangster. He ain't lived that life. They found out that dude, he from across the pond, but it was a persona that he was able to play into, which made a lot of what he was saying irrelevant to me. Now some people buy into the hype, but again, I've lived during the era where these things were actually happening, and it wasn't dudes trying to say, when hip hop beef was first started out and we heard about it, it's because these cats was at each other for real, right? They'd get at each other if they seen each other in real life. It was straight static. Rappers used to fight. But a lot of the stuff that's being said now, these young guys are literally making up. Yeah, Kid Travis super dope. These young guys are making up. They're making up ops because it's something that they're trying to glorify because they never seen it because they're county brownies. Look, be a county brownie and be a L7. It's all right. You stay alive longer. The people here go look cuz right here.
It's true. That's facts.
The people really living what they rap don't make it with the music these days, and that's 100.
That's a fact.
Yeah. And I agree with that. That's why I don't think it has any longevity. It's not going to too many places. Again, for some people, it's a fun little bop, and it's something new for the moment. But I again, there's two types of music. There's two types of music. So that's where I am with it. But again, like I said, I hope they make their money from it.
Oh, yeah. Like I say, I think this little movement is here for a little minute. I don't think it's going nowhere. So
what makes you say it ain't going nowhere?
Just because it's just taking off. It's just, what I'm saying, it's been going on for about a year or so, maybe, but it's just taking off. And like us, we just catching on. You know what I'm saying? But it's people that's been out there, been listening to this type of R&B. So I think it's just now catching on, and the more and more, I think the more and more we get out there, like it's a whole little trend on TikTok. I mean, we set up and watched it Tuesday. It's everywhere now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just on TikTok; it's everywhere. So I think it's here for a while.
Okay,
it's actually relevant in today's society. You know what I'm saying? With all the hate, with all the everything that's going on, and it actually it's you know what I'm saying? It's right there.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like what hate? What a lot of these guys are making up imaginary beefs.
But I'm just saying they can you know what music did for us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take me, depending on the mood, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what you're listening to, type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So take somebody down or in rage and some of this come on. Okay, let me, you know what I'm saying, versus to Marvin Gaye or something, you know what I'm saying, to really calm down, you know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, okay, I hear you, but I wouldn't have to flip a coin if it was between Marvin Gaye and YN R&B. You know, I know
I'm just
exactly
saying.
where I'm going. I know exactly where I'm going. I know exactly who I'm riding out with. I know exactly what I want to listen to.
But I'm
Uh,
just talking about like the vibe as far as like I say, like if you mad, if you know what I'm saying, happy, you know what I'm saying, like so that might be something that gravitate to somebody, you know.
okay, all right. Okay. I'm waiting for Wanda to get back because I want to make sure she can hop in on this next topic. Are y'all having storms out there?
It's been off and on all day.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know. It ain't nothing going on right now. Is they finna put up some buckets for the sun go down.
All
You
right.
know, we got a couple minutes though.
For sure. So I don't know. I don't even with rappers like Commons though. I don't because again that's something that's already here. Conscious rap, it's already here, and it's been here for time immemorial. You know that's the birth of hip hop. You know the movement was to push knowledge, information, and
Correct.
to speak for the people who didn't have that microphone. I'm trying to figure out honestly, like who is this really what's happening in the streets right now?
Like,
Like
so
these
like
are
when we
it's
was
like
looking at the
I just can't wait to bust at you, homie. Like, I hate you so much. Like, yeah, we finna come slide, player. I'm finna like, uh.
all that. That's what is being bred out here in these streets.
That's weird.
Black on black all day. You know what I'm saying? That's what they that's what is that's where it's at. For some reason, that's where it's at.
Wow. Well, I tell you what I'm gonna end up doing. Um, I am going to find us a YN R&B track to put on here so that we can play it for transition music. I can't do it now. I can't find it right now. It takes a lot to actually download that on here. I'm not planning to play it right now. I promise. I won't do it right now, but in the future, I'm gonna find us a YN R&B track to throw on here for transition music. So when we go from one place to another, it's all YN R&B. I can't wait to bust at you coming fresh up out the gate. Looking for your ops on this cool Sunday morning.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. I'm
It's
sorry.
so crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
So, but I'll give it another little chance to.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just not for me.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
ain't nothing like
yeah.
you say, Jig. Ain't nothing like I'm gonna just go out here and turn on some wide. Let me see what's out here on my XM station or something. You know what I'm saying? Let me turn on some
Yeah.
wide R&B. You know,
Put it on the XM radios for sure.
like
Definitely.
no,
I'll be like, what is this?
Yeah, that's it's just tough. That would be
Sure.
that would be tough. So, we're talking of being tough. Fortunately, Wanda, you were able to see this in the movies the other day. I was able to see it last Friday when I was out in Lee Summit or Kansas City area. Dirk, when did you see it?
anniversary weekend.
Anniversary weekend. So back in March, right? Mid March,
April.
April.
That
God,
Friday, actually, that Friday came
Yep.
out.
about to say, yeah, the debut, the premiere. So if you haven't yet, I highly recommend. Well, this is me personally, and I'm not going to go in
So
first. Yeah, but Sinners, go. I'll let y'all hit at it first. Wanda, you were the last person to see it, so give us your opinion on it.
I loved it. I give it 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. It was I give it was for me, it was a 10 out of 10. Um I saw it in IMAX because they shot it with the IMAX camera. So I'm like, I want to see it and see it and it's how it's supposed to be seen.
Yeah.
What's not to like? We had 2 Michael B. Jordans. That was amazing. That man is fine. I'm sorry, little Thundercat. He is a good looking little specimen. But um the music in it, the blues and the Irish folk music, and it was a lot. The Native American chants. It was like
Mhm.
everything. Like I took everything in as it was an amazing experience. I really liked it. Go see it. I would definitely recommend it.
Uh,
That's what I thought about it.
all right. What about you, Dirk?
Yeah, I love the movie as well. And like Wanda was saying, I love the diversity that was in the film. That's what I depicted a lot from. Like it was a lot of Black history, but it was a ton of diversity, and how everybody pretty much worked together or didn't work together. So that's what I took from it. Just like a scene, like when the Native Americans told uh, the white couple not to let them in. My when it actually hit me, it was like, damn, Native Americans telling people not to welcome people in, or you know what I'm saying, and then the whole history of the Native Americans, you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah, but it was
it-
because they didn't want the evil in. But little
no,
did
no,
they
no,
they were
no.
trying
I was
to.
just speaking on how Native Americans got all their land stolen and everything. You know
Little
what I'm
did they
saying, by
know
fighting.
that the evil that they let in kind of relieved them of the evil that they were. If you think about it,
Ah,
Okay, I looked at it like I was saying, like the Native Americans inviting people in and losing everything, or ended up, you know what I'm saying, on the bad end,
that makes
inviting people up. Okay, but yeah, I get you. I totally get you. So
yeah.
it was a lot of meaning, I thought, but some people didn't
It
depict it like that. A lot of people thought it
was
was just a straight up
like,
vampire movie.
yeah, because when the Native Americans showed up to the Klans member house, he didn't know that they were Klans members. He was just didn't want them to fall to the evil of the vampires. So it was crazy. It was good. It was good. I liked it.
Lovely, yeah.
I'm trying to get Cecil in. I was hoping that Cecil would have popped in
Oh,
by now.
on it.
Yeah, I'd like because he didn't really care for it too much.
I
Uh,
loved it.
I absolutely adored that
Because
movie. Um,
outside the box. I don't have a YN mind frame. Hi, cousin.
what's going on, Ed? Yeah, I need to go see it again. As a matter of fact, so these are
Yeah,
spoiler alerts, by the
my
way, people.
she saw that was her second time seeing it. She went with me, and she was like, "I need to see it again." I'm like, "Dang, it was like that." But
Yeah,
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 the
that movie always like that.
all the black music was like when all the music, like when he started singing the blues and all the music started coming together and melding together with all the genre, like all the generations.
That was one of my dopest things. Yeah, I think that
It
was one
was
of my
the
dopest things.
best scene in the movie.
Yeah,
And just
Now
seeing all the
it
rhythm.
was
That's
I
what
had to break it down to him a little bit. He like, wait a minute, why they twerking? I'm like, sir, look, let
who
me.
you have to explain that to?
My husband, he went to
Oh,
River. Don't worry about it. Um, yeah. I was like,
that's
come.
what I was talking about. How everything was
I
just
explained
in
to him,
sync,
he got
one
it.
rhythm. You know, it was beautiful. Seeing if we can all just rock like that all the time, just on one little wavelength, one little rhythmic movement. You know what I'm saying? Be
It
like Janet Jackson them in
was
Rhythm Nation. You know what I'm saying? We all just.
I don't know because we got these YNs that's out here trying to do it with this mo-
I understand. I would,
man,
I was just,
I'm meddling,
yeah,
meddling.
I get you.
but
I was just talking about
what was his name? Oh my god, I'm trying to think. Wait a minute.
you old them, ain't you, Jig?
The
Nah,
cousin's name,
this is good. It's good because
Sammy,
huh?
Sammy.
Sammy. Was his voice not amazing?
yeah, it was all right. It was pretty good. Yeah,
Voice gave me chills, literal chills. When he started singing, I had chills.
yeah. That whole scene gave me chills
Yes.
from start to finish. it had my toes. I was, I'm a musician, so I was on 10, and when it started melding together,
Right.
and the historical aspects of it started hitting, and I started watching what was going down, and watching how the people will move into it, and understanding the definition of history being told through music, and
Mm-hmm.
and then having the understanding that um, there's a lot of mimics that have happened throughout our historical journey as a people, but the
Yeah.
one thing that could never be replicated was the experience and the soul that came from it and with it. Right, a lot of people have tried to take that aspect, and they've capitalized over it. Right, they've capitalized on it, but they could never directly replicate it because it's something that's unique to us.
Right.
It's unique to us.
That's
And
why they wanted Sammy so bad. He was like, man, your voice is something special, man. He didn't
They
even
want
want to kill Sammy. You know, he was like, your voice is so special. I just take you and just, you know what I'm
those
saying,
who.
let you sing to my people. Huh?
I said we giving a lot of the movie away for those who ain't seen it. Spoiler alert! If you have not seen Sinners, this will be a spoiler alert.
Yeah, but it was just dope, Jig, to see it go from like blues to funk, rock to soul. You know what I'm saying? All in, Jimi Hendrix playing. Oh yeah, we saying too much, but yeah, it's like it was beautiful, man.
It
That
was
was my best part of the scene.
very,
What do y'all
very.
think about the church role in this?
yeah, what do y'all think about the church's role in that?
Um,
I had to ask the church folks, man. I had to.
the church
Yeah,
folks. Um, I thought
yeah. I was looking for it.
it depicted the church how some people see it. And especially how it was back then is like it's either bad or good. There's no in
Right.
between. Um, and what they thought was damning or evil or sinful, they definitely wanted no parts of and didn't try to understand.
Touche.
Um, um, but when you know where your heart is and you know what you believe in and you know what your gift is, and you know where your gifts come from, nothing can take you from that.
Mm. Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah. So I
But
think
he
he
didn't drop
did.
that guitar, as we know.
Say again, he what?
I said he didn't drop that guitar, as we know, as his father, the preacher, wanted him
Yeah, that's
to.
what I was going to ask because that was like one of the things that was damning to him, but it was also one of the things that was
Was
healing to
say,
him as well. You know what I'm saying? Which saved him. Yeah, correct. So that's go ahead, Jig. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, y'all fine. You're fine. I agree, and I think it was interesting the point that was made. Um, Starting the movie with the black church, and ending it actually with the black church, but not having the black church be the end all be all of
mm-hmm,
stories talking about, right? It expressed a certain relationship that we have with religion
mm-hmm,
uh and the culture, and it also expresses different parallels and dimensions that go outside of those boundaries, and they test and challenge the narratives of the traditional church, right?
Mhm.
Any other storyteller probably would have had the movie end up with him going back to the church, dropping the guitar, and falling into traditional values. But the continuation, the other scenes after, where he's at the bar, and then and I didn't get to see this part at the movies, I saw this somewhere else. But the part where he's singing "This Little Light of Mine," but we
mm-hmm.
know the spaces in
Oh yeah,
between that,
after the credit, that was after the credit.
right?
Yeah, I said the thing.
Yeah, but we know and understand the spaces in between all that, and I think it was an important. Come on, Paula. I think it was an important thing to,
Question, bro.
because
Hey,
I agree with y'all. Because he knew where his gift came from, and he
Mhm.
knew that saying the Lord's Prayer did not stop evil from trying to kill him.
Because we all know that the devil knows the Bible just like anybody else. So
Yeah. And he was getting baptized by the evil.
at least, well, he was, yeah. So yeah, I mean, but there were so many dope things, like how they did root work as a healer, and it didn't come off as evil because, you know, through religion they make root work seem like it's witchcraft or whatever, like, and they make witchcraft, even if it is witchcraft, like they make it seem like it's bad. But if you know the history of witchcraft root work, you know that it's not rooted in evil. Not all of it anyway. Because I've done my research.
Okay.
I've read a few books. I've watched a couple documentaries, and root work is what we used before religion was forced onto our people.
So I know the term root work, but I don't. I'm not in depth as like you saying you are. You know. So
Yeah. So
you already casting spells. Hey,
You heard.
hey, you already working your magic, cuzzo.
y'all tripping. Thanks, Polar.
That's right.
So what do y'all think about also about?
No, we're not gonna stream the movie. We want that. We want them people to go get their
No,
cash.
you gotta go get that experience. Yeah.
Oh,
What do
yeah.
y'all think about?
You gotta go.
My thought. Just lost my thought.
Oh, okay. Well, so even when it comes down to when it comes down to root work, and I agree with you, Wanda. The interesting thing that was said by Remick was when he began to say when Samuel started saying the Lord's Prayer and he started saying it with him, he said, "Yep, that's the same thing that I was saying when they came and they killed my father." Right? Because that's where I found solace at the time, yada yada yada. And it's just an understanding and a tie too that the things that we feel like are supposed to save us, oftentimes in the traditional sense, were handed down, but we don't really understand the movement that they were in the initial stance of them. For instance, how religion played a part in conquering different nations. You know, I say it all the time. One of the first acts, if not the first act of war, is sending over missionaries to another country, right? Because it makes the people docile. So this is true. This is true, Cuzzo. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And how it makes the people docile.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so like when you speak about the like evil aspects, like the guitar, it was a reference. It was evil. Like that was the twins, Daddy Guitar, you know. And
Yeah.
they depicted him as an evil
Black.
individual. And then Sammy get it, and you know what I'm saying? It's a whole.
it's
It's
the thing.
beautiful. It's a must see. Man, I can't speak enough about it. It's a must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll definitely go see it again.
Oh, I'm going to see it again. I gotta go see it again.
I will definitely go see it again.
Oh, it's so silly. My man said, I gotta put this.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about inviting evil in?
That was what I wanted to get on.
Okay, let's get there.
Why feel the need to have everybody invited to the damn barbecue?
Man.
Why does everybody need to be invited? My sister even brought this up when we talked about it. You want to invite, we want to be included so bad that we're going to invite everybody to the damn barbecue. Why is that?
Well,
you ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like me, I get told I'm a friendly Bob. I'm too friendly, and I always want to invite everybody and everything. And I just feel like everybody pretty much invited. You know what I'm saying? I know it's individuals that don't get along with each other, but everybody get invited. It might work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my.
Yeah, but I'm talking
understand.
about this in this sense. I'm talking about the others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Culturally.
The others.
Gotcha.
And as soon I mean, I'm sure. Trying to think how I can put this. If I was cornbread, I wouldn't have let old girl in the first place. That's just me.
Right.
Nobody in here that look like you.
But that's a little different though too.
I mean,
I,
I know that she was romantically involved with was it Smoke?
But not just that, they was raised in that. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like they family. You know what I'm saying? So
it was Stack. She was connected to Stack.
Was it
yeah,
Stack? Okay.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying though. But like I say, I still like
And
maybe
then
a
she,
little
oh, it's money out there. Let's go see what they talking about. And then look what it got him. Look what it got him.
because he was trying to play the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, that was they was with each other. You know what I'm saying? So she trying to play into. Oh my goodness. He finally got off of you and got on the topic, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
20 comments later. 20 comments later.
It's
We
me.
talking about the movie Sinners.
So that's part that's part of the movement, unfortunately, when it comes to pulling the culture in.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually done from a movement of persuasion from
It's like
somebody
we have.
that came from the inside. That came from the inside. And
Mm-hmm.
so we generally invite people in because we're at the heart of it, we're good people. We
Yeah.
are. And one of the things that we've not remembered or learned how to do is to define ourselves and love on ourselves enough to protect ourselves from external influences and forces. You know, Cornbread stayed at that front door almost all night.
Mm-hmm. And the moment he left,
And the moment he left, it was all hell that broke loose. If you even remember to the part where all the coaches were coming together and I didn't oh yeah, all the coaches were coming together and they were dancing and it showed like the walls gone or removed from the scene. Everybody was dancing, but it showed him protecting what was inside still. He was still sitting at the door, guarding it while
mm-hmm.
everything else was going on. So there was a watchman that was there to allow these things to happen. The moment the strong man got up and left, everything happened. Everything happened.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Sinners there, Polar. We're talking about the movie Sinners. And he went out, and not only did the strong man go out, but he got overtaken also.
Hey, I need to pull up on some cash. Like Cornbread was like, bro, if you just pay me my money earlier today, hey, I need to go
That
out and
was a
put my
wild,
hand out.
that was
Like
crazy.
Cornbread, hey, bro, I need that right now.
Right.
And my thing, this is another reason why you see how they had to ask permission to be let in.
That's
Yeah.
why I was
You
asking
have to
you about inviting people in. Yeah,
allow that. That's why I
yeah,
don't have a welcome mat on my door because everything is not welcome here.
gotcha.
I
Okay.
don't have a welcome sign on my door because everything is not welcome here.
I
You
dig
have
that.
to watch what you invite in.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's gonna pull you outside, and you gotta pop it in the side of the face.
Man,
That's why I posed that question. You know what I'm saying about the invitation on inviting people in because we do it to ourselves all the time.
we do.
So like what your sister was telling you was spot on because I know I done did it to myself numerous times. You know what I'm saying? And actually, it wasn't even just the outside people. You know what I'm saying? It
I
was
mean,
ones that looked just like me. You hear me?
do for sure.
So
Yeah.
it was like, so like you say, you definitely have to be curious and I mean not curious, but cautious about who you
Yes,
invite to that
Yeah.
cross that threshold.
and I just liked how it just spoke to the culture because there was food, there was like all of our staples. There were oxtails and fried catfish and cornbread. There was liquor and the things, the just the stuff that we do to
They had
unwind
the
it.
corner store too popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It
yeah,
was it was depicted just like man. I looked at it like Shaw when I seen it, bro. When
Right.
they came back and the Asians, the you know what I'm saying. It was just diversity. Like I say, it was It was the South Side.
Yeah.
It was
And
crazy looking at it. You know what I'm saying? From that era to like the '90s. You know what I'm saying? To now, like seeing
Yeah.
it.
Like I tell my kid, like, because my kids can't walk to the corner store now. But I tell my kids all the time, when we lived on Shaw, I walked to that corner store 45 times a day.
right.
About
At
nothing.
least.
As soon as I got some money in my pocket, I'm walking to the corner store. They can't do that. They will never understand the joys of that.
No,
Yeah.
like the community knew it. Like the corner store, like Mike and them knew all of us.
Yes.
Our mamas, our fathers, our grandma, and they
Get
knew
them
everybody in that community.
how it needed to be done.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't
But
lock my doors no more neither, bro.
what did they
My
what did they
bad.
what did they ever put back into the community? What did they ever
No,
put back into the community?
nothing. They always send it back home. I'm just saying, you know,
Yes.
growing up, you trip off that, but back then, you know, and it's just the neighborhood corner store guy, you know, like
It's got to be different over there because I always lock my doors.
Man, because you stay by them YNs that's on that R&B.
right.
Yep.
Them Miami, they be busting my windows out over here, so I just leave it open.
But
Yeah,
nah.
I lock my door and had busted windows. You know what I'm saying? So now so now hey, I ain't got nothing in there. Quit costing me $350 for a driver's side window. You know?
I don't know if y'all saw the deal that was just in the family group chat,
I
but
just
I don't know. It's going crazy.
oh my God. I didn't even mean to go to it, but I couldn't help but to. That's pretty funny there.
yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Hey, y'all leave that one alone, man.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, I'm finna tell y'all to leave that one alone.
I'm leaving it alone. I'm done.
No, no, I'm talking about that person.
I,
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah,
I put in
yeah.
my. I'm done. I'm done.
That,
Yeah, man.
that's pretty funny. I think that's hilarious. That's
It is.
if you haven't gone to see Sinners, family, go out and see Sinners. It is worth the watch on multiple different levels. I want to get a lot deeper in it, but not everything is for everybody. And if you got the message, you got the message. If you didn't, that means the message wasn't for you,
Or
and
you
you
just
might, yeah, yeah. So it is what it is, and I'm going to go see it again because it was super dope. So much to actually unpack in that movie. I just don't want to tell everybody everything because again, that's something for us. That's something for us. But
gotta go see it, Pola. You
gotta
gotta
go
go
see
see it.
Polar. Yeah, that you gotta go see it. But
But
with
some
that being,
turn a
yeah,
lot over in some areas, American movies. I think because of the violence and stuff.
mm,
So it might not be showing in his neck of the woods.
it might not be, but at a transitional point, something else that's for us to look into is the Carmelo Anthony case.
Not to be confused with the basketball player.
Not to be confused with the basketball player. Family, y'all got to be better than that, please. Yes, not to be confused with the basketball player by any stretch. This particular case, and I will give you all the Google summary.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo Anthony is a 17-year-old student. He's out of Texas, right? He was charged with murder after allegedly stabbing Austin Metcalf, who was also 17, at a high school track meet in Frisco, Texas. The incident occurred on April 2nd at Kuyakendo Stadium. Anthony allegedly stabbed Metcalf in the chest during a dispute. According to Capital B News and News Nation, Anthony has been released on a $250,000 bond. And here are some of the key facts of the actual case. The incident, the stabbing at Frisco, Texas High School at a track meet. The suspect is, of course, Carmelo Anthony, 17 years old, not to be confused with the basketball player. The victim of the actual ordeal, maybe allegedly victim, was a young man by the name of Austin Metcalf, who was fatally injured and has a twin brother. It happened on the second. The charge is first degree murder. The stabbing allegedly occurred during a verbal dispute with Metcalf touching Anthony, after being warned not to. Anthony pulled out a knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest. Right. And so that's the long and short of what happened there. Of course, there are more intricacies. I know that this group chat is going crazy because there it's intricacies of the actual case. But on the surface, what do y'all think so far?
I First of all, I don't like the law in Texas that concur jurisdiction, or they call it something else. I thought I had it in my I know I got it in my notes. I look it up, but where they can try a juvenile as an adult without even having to do a hearing or anything to determine is if it's a juvenile or an adult case. It's two teenagers, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
he's but I understand, but that's one fact that I didn't like about this case is that they instantly went to charge him as an adult. So, but that's Texas law.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Wanda, what you
So,
got?
well, Carmelo was not a white kid. The person that was stabbed was definitely a white kid, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct.
correct.
Um, what I understand that the Metcalf kid was definitely bullying, and he wasn't even supposed to be there. First of all, well, not that he wasn't supposed to be there. He was not on the track team. This was a track meet. He was not on the track team. There was no reason for him to be on the field. Um, I think he was like a football player or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And why was he at a track meet trying to torment other people was beyond me. And I'm a firm believer in you play dumb games, you win dumb prizes. I mean, I'm not condoning unaliving somebody, but
Correct.
how far do you think you can push somebody before they push back?
Okay, Paul. So, in this case, and let's talk about all cases for like a jury of your peers.
Yeah, those are not the people
How do
that
they
was
do this?
not his peers because you have to be, first of all, a registered voter.
Mm,
You have to be a registered voter um to serve on a jury.
That's
Um,
good.
So that's what I'm saying. So like he would not be judged by a jury of his peers.
you're absolutely right. He wouldn't be.
That's a good
How
point.
many times has that happened? A lot of us, not, a lot of people have not been judged by a jury of their peers. Because
Correct.
I've been on a jury and some of them didn't look like the person that they were judging.
I hadn't been a supervisor on the floor of a jury case, you know what I'm saying? And have to listen to these other people who listen to the same case that I just heard and just want to they just want to throw a motherfucker away, bro, pretty much.
Hmm.
Just because we've been here too long. Go ahead, Jay, my bad.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because you
No,
speak experience.
and
I don't.
that was typically the case. Like, the facts, like they've been there too long. People already don't get paid for jury duty, so they already don't want to do that shit. It's $12 a day. Oh, well, that was the last time I did. It was like twelve
Yep,
dollars a day.
I know that. I just did it.
Trash. You know what I'm saying? I
Especially
mean,
when you're making triple that.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So a person can go make $200 a day and got to go sit down there and make $12 for that day. and got a judge on another person that they don't give a ish about. First of all, they was trying to get out of doing jury duty. You know what I'm saying? Now they got stuck on the case, so they not involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bunch of people not taking it serious when I sat on the case. That's what I got.
Okay, that's
It was
fair
a
enough.
person's life. It was a person's life on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
that's unfortunately that's a bit of an American rhythm, right? So the issues that I have a lot of issues with this case actually. Uh, the the interaction of America with this case is absolutely crazy. First off, I just I want to put that out there. Um, the inability for people to actually understand and see that it's a very similar case. I would consider it almost like a stand your ground type of deal, and I keep trying to figure out and wonder why
That's
the whole
exactly.
yeah I try to wonder why like the whole fuck around and find out clause is only for other people and not everybody, right? The kid he was told not to touch. The father, unfortunately, in a very tasteless fashion, went to one of the actual press meetings the family was having. Right, the father of the deceased child. First off, it's a tragic incident that children
Mhm.
are being dragged into these types of spaces and becoming victims of uh, American hatred is what it comes down to being, right? Because people's kids aren't being taught how not to touch other people's kids, how to interact with other cultures, and they're acting in a very savage way and expect
Mhm.
people to do that. You know, it's a movement of what I consider to be um, the rearing of domestic terrorists in a fashion, especially when they move to bully other kids of other cultures because they think they can. It's
Mhm.
it's horribly tragic. Don't get me wrong, but the people, the tasteless people who are threatening the family of Carmelo Anthony, the mother, the father, the younger sisters, that also
They
speaks to,
if they have not learned anything from the story, but fuck around and find out.
no, unfortunately not. And I'm trying to figure out like what is their aim? What is their aim? If they know that that people will protect themselves, why are they continuously pushing and poking? Do they think that it stopped at one person? Do they think that they're special and they can't get it too? And
I'm
I would
not.
hate for it to come to
I'm not
that,
sure what their mindset is at all. I don't get it. I don't get it.
man.
I don't get it.
And I hope this young man, because I didn't even think about what y'all was saying. I didn't take that in consideration as far as him being able to be, hey, what's going on? Because being judged by his peers when he's 17 and you have to be 18 in order to be at least right to you on mute, Dirt. You on mute. For,
I was just saying to have some type of rights. Yeah, I was just
yeah. To have any type of rights, that puts a whole different spin on it. I'm gonna have to go back and look at look at some articles in a completely different light.
yeah.
Completely different light. Because
Well,
that's what
that's
Because what the Constitution, I mean, what the jury say, be judged by uh, a jury of your peers. That's there.
and see Pollock be coming with some straight facts from across the pond. Right. That's a great question. So for everybody on TikTok, we have this. It's a global podcast that we have, and one of our listeners from Norway, he said, I never understood how you three, talking about myself and the cohorts, uh, are able to live in a country that lives on hate towards you as black folks. That's the truth.
True. We grew
It,
up on love though.
but
Like all
all
all all
is
night y'all heard me tell my story about diversity. We looked at it, we lived it, but we was taught about us. You know what I'm saying? We
is
embraced us. We lived with each other. We grew up with each other. It was like family is everything.
yeah, but
And
to what his point, it honestly doesn't matter where we go. There's gonna be racism towards are kind anyway. I just read a story about a very famous TikToker having to deal with racism leaving Europe. Um, I've I had friends who visited Europe and dealt with racism over there. It doesn't matter where we go. We're always going to be, because of the American stereotype, we will be seen as a monster, as a threat, as savage. And we are those things. As a matter of fact, everything I just described is what those who
Yeah.
portray that way are.
We was just always taught how to jail. In any situation with any individual, that's how I was bred it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're around them, you know what I'm saying? When you're around these individuals, when you with your people, or when you doing this, right here, because I
I,
just said it. We have been born to adapt to situationship, you know what I'm saying? And been born to that's how I mean, not saying that it's right or anything, but just saying like how we deal with it, why how we still here, you know what I'm saying, in
yeah,
this society.
I've always found it weird. We are taught two different things in
We're
America.
conditioned. Uh,
And I can accept that too, behaviorally. And so the white culture is on one end of the spectrum, and the black culture is on the other end of the spectrum. And the closer you get to the black spectrum, the different the perception is of a very easy document to understand. We were taught not to trust the government. We can't trust the government. The government's literally taken needles and injected our people with syphilis, right?
mhm.
The
And so
government's yeah, the government's literally performed uh, horrible, insidious operations on us. So we were taught not to trust the government, not to be able to trust the authorities. They've killed our leaders. You know, they've killed our leaders at every turn that they could. They've continued to propagate, like you said, Wanda, a movement of savagery that we simply are not. We are not. We never have been in this country. So we're taught not to trust, but they were taught that that document, the Constitution,
It's
is
everything.
to be revered. They were taught the Constitution is supposed to be revered, and that you can trust your government and you can trust the authorities because these are the things the tools and systems in place to protect you. There's something that a lot of people have been saying about quote unquote, well, I'll just call them undocumented immigrants. And
mhm.
the analogy has always been, metaphor has begun to become, um, well, if you would you keep your door open at your house? You know, you got a fence at your house, right? Why do you put up a fence at your house? You put a fence up to keep people out. You lock your doors at night to make sure that you're safe, so people can't just come in your house. Well, then why don't you have the same thought about your country? And the reason why I cannot go with that metaphor, thinking about it, is simply because the fence was put up, the door was locked. It wasn't to keep the undocumented immigrants out. It was to keep the domestic terrorists away. I'm not worried about the undocumented immigrants. I'm worried about the domestic terrorists.
Mhm.
That's what I'm more so concerned about. And so,
Yep.
unfortunately, we have to interact with the law in various different stances because we've been told that we are not going to get a fair shake. And the closer you get to our shade and you get to our culture, the more different the lessons are taught and they look.
Right.
Agreed.
Like in the Karmelo Anthony case, they gave that kid $1 million bond, bro. They got that kid $1 million, and then he cashed out for 250 to
Mhm.
actually get out. $250,000 for working class America. Who got that? It's always been unjust.
How
And they said that the bond ain't set to
we
work against individuals. It has always been set to work against individuals.
Yeah, but you see how community came together to make it happen, and like how we always have all we can depend on is each other. On our government, you can't depend on anybody who is. I'm not. We can't depend on those who are against us. We can only depend on ourselves.
I got somebody from TikTok that's about to come over to YouTube so he can hop on the panel and talk about this also.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just saying that so we didn't get off the topic, so we'd stay on. But I will say this also. Yeah, I can send you the link. Give me a second, Wig. The movement of freedom that the twins expressed by opening a juke joint. That's what we're all trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to get to that expression of freedom. We just want to own our own piece. We just want to own our own little piece of heaven, our own little slice of this is our corner of the earth. Leave us alone. Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Don't mess with us. Let us have this. Why are you upset? Why you got to bring the Klansmen back the next day and try to make this a slaughterhouse?
Hey, since you went back to Santa's, for us, like I looked at it like the music industry, like when they were trying to come get Sam. The music industry been snatching up all our great talent, all our great music, and selling it back to us.
True.
And selling it to us.
Hey,
You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? How the hell y'all taking ours and giving it back to us?
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy, bro. So like I say, that center movie was like I don't know, like I say, y'all the church folk, but it was like a spiritual, you know what I'm saying? And it was just
I don't
man,
consider
it was energetic and I mean, like when I say that to y'all, I'm just saying y'all got more church experience than
it
I
for
do,
bro.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, correct. You know, so that's all.
But that's why I generally I interact with church a lot differently than a lot of other people do because of my upbringing in church.
Mm-hmm.
So my talents are no longer sunk into a traditional movement of church. I'm really far removed from it. But that's the honest truth of it. So,
Bro, you need to go to bed 3 in the morning.
Morning there. Sheesh.
Bro.
hey, y'all
Yeah.
know Paul.
Hey, we definitely appreciate it, Paula. Remy Rich, man, we appreciate you coming out supporting us tonight. Cause oh man, that was great. Your comments was great. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So it gave us something to think about as well. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate everything and everybody that came out tonight and showed up for us. Appreciate that.
All right, I just sent my man the link.
There ain't nobody up at 3 in the morning messing with
3 in
us.
the morning.
I'll be up at 3 in the morning watching our stuff.
8 p.m. here.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I'm meddling. I'm meddling.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. here. So
Which is super dope. Super dope.
Appreciate you.
So
Leave
yeah,
my cousin alone, bro.
trying to form a harem.
but I think the Karmelo Anthony case is something that it's a continuation of the movie Sinners, and we see it. Unfortunately we see it. If you take into consideration the story that Delta Slim was telling when they were in the car on the road and what happened, his experience.
Come on now.
And and the hope is we don't see a real life quote unquote castration of one of our younger men because he protected himself.
You can get on.
One of our boys,
What's
right?
what's
He's a boy.
Cornbread real name? Do y'all know Corn? I don't know his real name as the actor Cornbread,
Omar,
but he spoke and he said that man, it was great for me because I got to speak to my grandfather. I got to speak to my father. My grandfather picked cotton. You know what I'm saying? He's from Mississippi. So my grandfather picked cotton, and my daddy can tell me stories about the juke joints. So it was very humbling and a great experience to be able to take all that in from them. So he was like, "When I'm sitting on the set, I'm calling these cats like, hey, tell me about how I can get into character, pretty much." And he was like this. So it was an experience to bring in all these generations and make a great film.
And
yeah. I gotta tell
Wanda,
you,
go ahead.
like once like you get into the movie, like I got a bit emotional. I was just like, dang.
Yeah. And and this is it's not to move the target, but I've been looking at stuff about Beyonce and Blue and her daughter Remy, right? And they've been killing it while she's on tour. And the
Mhm.
disgusting comments that people have been making towards a baby.
Sick. People are sick.
And
People
this,
are
but
sick.
people are absolutely,
People are so sick.
yeah.
Because them same people were in them situations, they would have their babies out there doing the same thing, bro. It's disrespectful, bro. Don't do that.
And I'm saying that again, just to say, when our kids are put in positions to do better and to be great, like
To get
Carmelo,
that generational wealth.
yeah, Carmelo Anthony, this kid, he's not a stupid kid. He's not a kid that was out in the streets doing the wrong thing. This kid was minding his business, and somebody came to threaten him.
Yes.
Somebody came with their twin, with their other sibling. They came to bother this young man, and very so.
They feel like he didn't belong there.
He didn't belong there. And the
He, went
comment
in,
happened.
he wasn't in the tent that he was supposed to be under. That's not his tent. So, but still, them coming there.
Okay,
You
but
know,
we all been to track meets and we all traveled to like
we
around
know folks.
to
Yeah,
events. There was never an issue where you ain't supposed to be over here. You don't go to this school. It was none of that.
none of
But
that.
but it even if it was, it didn't come down to the point of oh, we finna do you something real bad. We finna jump you right here, right now.
It was nothing like that.
It makes no sense. And for the people who are saying, well, he didn't have to take those extreme measures, I'm not gonna say fuck off, but what I will say,
Hella bigger than him.
yeah, and what I will also say is you do not get to determine the amount of force
Or at the end of his word.
but you do not get to assert how much pressure a person can use to protect themselves while they're in fear, while they're fearing because they don't know what's about to happen to them.
And that's the worst person you can mess with, somebody that's afraid.
Right. You don't mess with scary people.
It's protect themselves.
At the end of the day, I don't do I agree that he should have had a knife? No, but I don't know what he was doing with the knife. He might have been using it to cut up fruit. He might have.
Oh, boys. What is self-defense? What is self-defense?
What do you
When
mean?
I motherfucking me fearful when I need to, everybody ain't no fighter.
Right. That's
Everybody's
true.
not a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got the biggest mouth in the world, everyone is not a fighter. My daddy told me everybody a fighter until they got punched in the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
That goddamn mouth.
Goddamn me, like this ain't going the way I needed to go. You hear me? Like I thought I was this guy, but no.
Yeah.
So
hello, welcome on, Wig.
Hey,
how we doing, Wig? What's up?
What's up, man?
You got it, bro. Looking good, my man. What a brewski. God.
I just finished my wine.
That type of guy.
Man.
What you got for us? What you got for? Which topic you talking about? Jig, what's up?
No, I'm listening to y'all, man.
Okay.
I finally I went ahead and took the deal and did their retirement thing. And it's relaxed. It's done now.
Wait, hold on.
Like a fat cat. He over there chilling now. It's done. Look at him. He like,
oh, you took the deal.
Yeah, when they was doing the buyouts with the Treasury with the IRS.
Yeah.
So I went in and took it. I'm like, you know what? It's time to go home, man. So I took that and it's official now.
All right. So we were talking about the Karmelo Anthony case. What you got for that? Congratulations, by the way, bro. And I'm gonna wrap with you because I got about 150, 160 days I'm looking at, but we'll come back to that in a second.
You know, that was my second retirement anyway, but no problem.
Yeah.
You know what? I followed it a little bit, bro. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it.
Yep.
So expand on that a little more.
Like it.
But I'm saying when we do something, when they do something, you gotta wait on all the facts to come out. You're already convicted before we walk in the courtroom.
Thank you. Yes.
So we have to. I feel like we have to. For the one guy supposedly that Karmelo killed, they put a picture of him smiling, this and this, but then they put a bad picture up of Karmelo. So we convicted by the media and we convicted by the courtroom. So my thing over there that as far as the justice system, as far as when it comes to us, as far as our people.
Yeah.
What the professor told us one time, man, he said, would you rather be rich and guilty or poor and innocent?
Wow.
That's wow. Rich and guilty or poor and innocent?
Which one you want?
Golly. I'm not gonna make my election clear on and Beyonce's internet. So I'm gonna keep that answer to myself.
So we already guilty before we walk in the room. I always tell my sons, I got all sons. I always tell my sons that, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something. They start on third base. Sometimes we don't even get in the game.
Yeah.
You know, so we have, they born with an 800 credit score. We have to have a crane to lift our credit scores up.
Yeah. Now, some of that is self-inflicted, unfortunately.
Oh, no, some of it is self-inflicted, but it can't be self-inflicted if you.
Yeah, because you 5 years old with the doggone phone bill in your name.
Right.
Right.
I think it
out.
can't be self-inflicted if the game is rigged against you.
Damn, I don't even know what Southwestern Bell is. What are we talking about?
So yeah, I agree with that, man. I think it's just. Have you seen the movie Sinners yet?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, bro. It's great.
Do yourself some justice.
You will enjoy it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Great yes, movie. Correct. Okay. It's not overhyped. I don't think it's overhyped.
Oh, like the trailer.
Yeah, Pole is so silly, man. Pole off the chain.
Oh, Glass, how often are y'all on here?
So I'm glad you said that. So what we do now is we're live every Wednesday and Thursday. On Wednesday nights, it's more of a political talk. We talk about what's going on, CONUS and OCONUS, and how it's affecting us. Here lately, we've been talking about the administration. The question that I asked yesterday is America great again yet? All right. We don't have to go down that road. We don't have to go down that road. We don't have to go down.
I mean, honestly, it's not good for anyone at this point. But that's what they talk.
When we say honest for anybody, I think they would be okay with what's going on if it didn't affect them.
Yeah, and now it's coming back to bite them. But those are the type of talks we talk about on Wednesdays. It's a lot. It's a lot heavier on the political side, and we do that at 8:00 p.m. Eastern. And on Thursdays, when we're live on Thursdays, it's 8:00 Eastern as well. And it's the round table. It's the family talk.
Okay.
It's the easier conversations or stuff that we would talk about if we was at a cookout and not getting chased by vampires.
I like garlic too much, so
right every day, and I think about my son when I got off work. I came and I took a quick nap, and I was dreaming about my big guy. I was dreaming about my son, and I don't know exactly what happened, but what I do remember is that we were really happy to see each other. And I hugged him and he hugged me and we just started jumping and high-fiving each other because we were happy to see each other again. And I'm saying that trying to relate this to the Karmelo Anthony case, right? At one point, this young man was locked up and then he finally got out of jail and he was, now the kid, he's got his dad and his mom with him, right? And being able to see his dad, fathers are important. I just want to say that.
What I do? Look, daddy, right on cue, as you said, daddy's so important.
Right then and there. What's good, cuzzo? You got to take yourself off mute.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's up, family?
You got it,
man.
How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I had to jump on here. I heard y'all talking y'all talk, man. I had to get in on here.
Yeah,
Hey
come on.
man, we appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in,
Sure.
man.
Man, you
For
know it,
sure.
cuz.
Anytime you got some music, man, we'll plug it for you. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there as well. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I ain't gonna lie.
R&B, we good.
I ain't gonna lie, family. I really stopped messing with the music, man. Cause like I said in my comment earlier, like it is it ain't for the real people. You know what I'm saying? It's for
Mhm.
they pick and choose the people they want to put on that platform. You know what I'm saying? To
gotcha.
brainwash our people. You know what I'm saying? To get
To
our people in a place
push
to
their
where
agenda.
you know what I'm saying, and they
Right.
target the kids. Like a person like me, I ain't gonna do what they want. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's really pointless. Like I can make good music for us to listen to, but
Gotcha.
I could put my time somewhere else to get money to better my family or do something else because
Yeah,
that ain't
don't
it
waste
for
that
us.
energy. Yeah, don't waste that energy.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I
Rod,
would
go with your sister.
I would think that's what make it would be more important for you to do your music because you have something to say
Yeah,
and that you're not following the agenda.
yeah.
So I would not encourage you to quit. I would encourage you to keep going.
Well, I can't lie. I can't lie because like I ain't gonna sit here and say I don't totally follow the agenda because of course I'm younger. You know what I'm saying? I portray certain things in my stuff that it is what it is. Ain't no hiding it. But
Right.
Mhm.
at the same time, again, that's what they want these people to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they want these people to see. And now me looking at it, like I dropped one video and I
Mhm.
was mad at myself about it later. You know what I'm saying? Because I watched it and I got pistols and drugs and money, and then I thought about it later, like because I'm getting older now. I think
Mhm.
about it later, like dang,
You got
I
kids
literally
now.
just I literally just did what they want me to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So now I look at it a whole different way. So it's like, man, forget it. That's how I'm
Ooh.
feeling now.
That's
Yeah.
so so
But
so Wanda testament is even more to you than what you saying, bro. So like what Wanda is saying is like a really a testament to you because like
it
if
shows
you if you saw yourself in the mirror and you was like, that ain't the guy I want to be.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That ain't the guy I want to be right there. I got
yeah,
I got the youngest coming up. I got, not just the youngest, but myself.
yeah.
That's not the person I want to be. That was a great man, that's great.
I
So
love
I
God.
talked about
Like, don't do it because I will cry and laugh.
Nah, cuz don't
I
cry.
I
I
know,
cry
bro. No, because this is what the podcast is really set up about. You know what I'm saying? Really getting out there and
There
talking to
you
people and really getting the span and the knowledge on what's going on in the world. Because we
Right.
talk about we had a whole segment on about the YNs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You'll be under that category. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And and, and I can relate to them. You know what I'm saying? It's I can't relate to them in the way as of what they fully portraying, but I can relate to them because I'm closer to them than you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah, correct.
So
That's
Yeah,
it's
as
really
far as
our fault.
I do feel like it was kind of a disservice because we are not in that generation.
Yeah.
So
I
wait a
mean,
minute. Why you say it's y'all fault?
That's what
uh,
I
so
want to circle back
so
around to
the
real
reason
quick.
I say that it's our fault is because like okay, so somebody my age, I came up under y'all, right? Y'all, I was taught, morals. I was taught, not to stab nobody in their back. We came up in church. Our parents, they instilled that in us. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing that. I'm a person that wasn't doing it. I just started getting on that with my children.
So
You know
what
what I'm
the
saying?
industry is asking you to be is not the individual that you was raised to be.
Exactly, exactly. So it's our
Mm.
fault for not instilling in these kids what was instilled in us by y'all. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh,
then what was instilled in y'all by the people that was above y'all, y'all lost some of that, and so on and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? So now it's to the point where these young niggas, my fault, these YNs, they just lost for real. They don't got no guidance. They lost.
You
I
give
Like y'all
me
said,
you give me so much like J. Cole-ness. You know what I'm saying? Like
because
that's
hey, I come from y'all know what I come from. I done
yeah,
seen a
humble,
lot
humble
growing up.
upbringing. Yeah, I understand.
So it's like, and then I've been in a situation where these young cats at too though. So
Mhm.
We
I
need to do more of this, like interviews with like because Jig
yeah,
like Jig upset with like the YNs. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You know what I'm
Cuz
saying?
tried
Because
cuz
they
tried to get
move.
me on here. Cuz tried to get me
Why?
on here.
And I think he's
I had to go
upset
get a
with that
laptop.
song.
No. No, he's upset. No, it's way past the song. I think he could deal with the song. I don't think he could deal with like they whole movie with the purses and
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
the
yeah,
pants and the sag.
yeah,
How do you
For-
sag
for-
or in a tailor cut suit at prom? You know what I'm saying? How you
yeah.
sag it, bro?
So
Oh, I hate it so
it's
bad.
it's a how do I explain
I
it?
automatically
It's
think if you don't wipe your booty, like
it's not even. I really think that people do it. So remember when y'all was kids, right? And somebody
Mhm.
told you not to do something, what you gonna do? You
Do
know
it
what I'm saying?
right.
So they whole life people telling them like don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, and it just make you want to
Correct.
grasp to it because we telling them not to do something, but we not telling them why though. We don't give the like you
Don't
can
give them
tell
the
somebody
ifs, ands,
something
and the
all
buts.
day,
Yeah, you got to
but you
give them the
got to
ifs,
give
ands,
them
and the
a
buts
reason.
behind the. You got to give them reasons.
Hold on.
Okay,
I
good.
agree. I agree with that. But I was just talking to my stepson Saturday, and like he's saying about the music and stuff like that. And one thing I told him because he didn't understand it either. So I
Mhm.
said, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you.
Right. I mean, but that's and then I feel like with these cats, they need us to do that though. Like they need that from us.
they
We got to
did.
do more. We have to do more because they lost. They ain't
The
like we was coming up. They already lost, bro. So we have to do more. So that's why I say it's our fault. That's why I say it's
Okay,
like
I
our
got you. I
generation.
got you.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's crazy. The youth seem like they lost out there because they ain't got like no
Mhm.
OGs. Like you saying, like you had that upbringing and
Yeah,
stuff, but a lot of them don't. A lot
yeah.
of them don't have
They took
nobody to go to.
OGs. They took all the OGs. Just you know what I'm saying? With that jury I was talking about, they took them all. The jury that got paid $12, they took all the OGs. They
Mhm.
gone.
Okay.
And you
Oh,
heard my story on that. You heard my story on that. I thought that was so tragic that we all done lost today.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody made no money for the last 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody made no money. But we ain't finna send nobody up the river just because we not gonna look at the facts.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with that. That's crazy to me. When I was hearing you talk about it, that's really what made me jump on here. I had to go get a laptop. Like, hey, I got to get on there with my family and talk about this because
Yeah,
it's
me being a jewelry supervisor, it was strange, and and it was strange because I was the youngest guy. I was the youngest cat
mm-hmm,
on that selection,
mhm.
the youngest
mm-hmm,
cat, and they picked me as the supervisor.
right. And but what's crazy because I feel like if they would have knew where your mind was and how you was actually thinking, they wouldn't have picked you for that. They would have put somebody else there. You know what I'm saying? Because they of course they want to get rid of that person, whoever it was, whatever they did, I don't know. But the agenda is to get rid of them, get them in there, get him in this system so we can throw him in this cycle and continue it so his son grows up and we can do the same to him and continue and continue and continue.
I can tell you the case to this day. It was a white gentleman. It was a white
Mm-hmm.
gentleman. He was
Right.
a family to, you know what I'm saying, to the whole family. You know what I'm saying? But then they try to say that he molested the baby girl.
Mm,
Because when I tell you, we sitting there in the courtroom and we watched that baby girl. Me personally, I watched that baby girl walk up to this gentleman. The mother
mm,
in the courtroom, outside the courtroom, that
mm,
same baby tried to go up to that gentleman. And that
mm,
woman was like, no, baby, come over here, come over here, come over. Hey, no, get away. She like,
mm.
that's such and such. Y'all telling me that this baby is so traumatized from this event that she is still willing to.
Mm-hmm.
It was strange, bro.
They
So
gotta have evidence beyond reasonable doubt, and that's gone. They didn't threw that out the window.
right
That's
there, right there. So when
so
they convicted this young man, they tried to convict him as an adult in the state of Texas without
Mm.
having a hearing to see if it was a juvenile court or an adult court.
one
That
of
shit was strange to me. Go ahead, cuz.
one of the things I think is lost on a lot of Americans in general
mhm.
is our court system is pay to play. It's not run by justice, right?
Mm-mm.
So
Exactly.
hold up, big glass.
Exactly.
So don't it go back to what I said? Would you rather be
Yes.
rich and guilty or poor and innocent?
No,
Yeah.
it does. It totally does.
That's why
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna maintain my answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then not just that, but just getting back to your
I gotta
music.
go, cuz when you get done, my kid looking at me strange.
Hi,
Yeah,
good.
like 35 minutes over, but
Just
They
to
over
just
there like, bro.
oh
They said, come on.
Right, like
to your music though, because it's not. I would challenge you to continue your music, and if there's an impact that you could make it through your music. I haven't stopped singing on purpose. I
Right.
haven't stopped writing music on purpose. I haven't stopped making music in general on purpose. Right? If there's a change that you can make, you find that avenue to be impactful. You
Right.
don't give it up. You don't hang it up, because when we give it up and we hang it up, like your hat saying, we quit
Yeah.
dreaming big and we stop being able to influence other people. And
Yeah,
that's the thing that becomes a problem.
I
We're not finished. We're not finished. That's something that you've got to remember. If you look at our ancestors, that's one of the things that we've always got to remember. We're not finished.
Mm.
One of the things that they hate about the culture is that they can't stop us. We're not finished. We never are.
no,
So
we
don't,
can't stop.
if you've gotten to a point of maturity and your lyrics need to change, well then change your lyrics, but don't stop the music.
don't stop.
Yeah. No, I agree with that totally, cuz for real. I agree with that totally.
You
like I
have a
said,
great speaking voice. Like your voice is good. You have a good voice.
yeah, like I said, I love music. I love making music, but with me,
it's in you.
it's just it's definitely in me. I mean, from generations, it's here, but it's just like I'm the type of person I'm not gonna talk about something I ain't went through or I ain't did or I don't know. So a lot of my stuff comes off
It just speaks
as,
on your character. It just
you know what
speaks
I'm
on your
saying?
character and the man that you are. You know what I'm saying? So you're not settling for anything that's handed to you.
Right,
You see what
right.
I'm saying? You'll go get yours
Yeah,
no matter the cost. You know what I'm saying?
of
So
course.
that's it's depicted on the person that you are. That's all it is.
Yes, sir. And like I said, I just don't want to be. It's gonna take me some time to change my whole avenue because I don't want to be a part of the agenda they pushing. I'm
Yeah.
with the music that I'm making now. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's great hearing that.
Well, I tried to collab with you, cuzzo. Like,
Yeah, I know, cuz that's on me. I didn't have so much going on. You know, I'm
that's
trying to
like
be a manager. I got 3 kids over here now, man.
Congratulations on the new baby as well,
right.
because
Yeah, appreciate that, cuz
I
appreciate that.
didn't say hey, congratulations, and it's on your on B Day
No,
too.
that's the youngest baby. That's right. That's little
Yeah, that's
Ronell.
what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah, he was born
Well,
on Pop's B Day, man. He
Oh
was happy
shit!
with him.
man, that's dope.
Who birthday?
His
My
father,
dad.
his
Whose birthday
son,
is
his
it?
I don't know
youngest
if you
son, and his father share the same birthday.
When is that? Today?
January 29th.
Oh, okay.
Yep, January 29th.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Let's
Yeah,
get
man,
into
it was beautiful.
the bed.
yeah, let's move into final thoughts so Dirk can go. He got to get the boys to where they need to be. So with that being said, Dirk, you got final thoughts first.
Man, I think we all carry a certain bias. You know what I'm saying? That perceive our life, our perspective on certain things. We don't all have to look alike, but if we can all get on the same accord, I think we'd be solid. One time for the one time. Love
One
your people,
time.
respect the evil, bro. Y'all hear me talk about this shit every week. It really is a message. We talked about it, Wanda. Don't invite everybody in your household because you can bring certain evils and certain things that you don't want in your household. Peace, breed, and love. It'll come back to you one time, 10 times full. But they all on me, man. Hey, just love your people, man. Show a little love always for the one time. It's your boy Dirt. I love y'all. Final thoughts.
Right on, cuzzo. Right on. Grimmy Richie, get it. Your final
Uh,
thoughts, cuzzo.
I just want to say it was great watching it. I tuned in and I had to get on here with my family. Next time y'all get on here, I'm gonna tune in again. Hopefully we can do this again.
Always.
Hopefully some people watching this and we can reach them. You know what I'm saying? And they can hear the things that we saying and take grasp to it. But I love y'all, man. And like I said, I try to get on the next one with y'all too.
Right on, cuz I appreciate you.
Feel
Wig,
like because I love you.
my man that's retired. Wig,
What up,
man.
big, what up, big glass?
You got it. I'm proud of you, man.
I don't know that final thought. Honestly, I just, even though my sons are adults, I do my best, man. I do my best. Just trying, being older. I turned 56 yesterday.
Man, happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday, man.
birthday, bro.
That's
Happy birthday.
That's what
I do my best to try and pour everything that I've learned that my granddad poured into me into my sons. Because if we don't do it, they gonna, as Malcolm say, you got, if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything.
Yeah.
We have to pour it into our sons, and hopefully they continue tradition, because like my man was saying, we don't have no OGs left to try and teach the kids, man. So that's my thought. Just try and help our kids out and give them some knowledge.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. I can dig it. Why? Because so.
All right, my final thought. Respect goes a long way. Respect is something that you can't buy, earn. Just if you respect those around you and be respectful, you'll get the same in return. Hopefully, unless you come across some ignorant folks. But that's life. With that being said, go see Sinners. It was an amazing movie. So worth the little $10 I spent to see it at the IMAX. What else did I want to say? Love one another. Hug on one another. Just be and always be true to yourself. Be heard, and all that good stuff. As always, guys, do not forget to brush and floss at least twice a day. Oral health is overall health, and those are my final thoughts.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And my final thoughts for the night are pretty simple, family. Look, not everybody's supposed to be invited inside the juke joint. Not everybody's supposed to be here with us. Not everybody's invited to the cookout. Not everybody's supposed to not everybody's supposed to get the message. It ain't for everybody, right? So for those that is for, let us have it and rock with it, right? I'm not finna be riding out to YN R&B. I'm not. I can't do it. But just because I can't do it,
Stop it.
you got to. That you can't, right? And at the end of the day, remember where we are in the world. We live in America. We live in the United States of America. We live on a country that was founded on hatred, that was founded on the backs of other nations, that was founded on the movement of getting rich off somebody else. It's a capitalistic society. That doesn't mean that it's just the worst place in the world, but you must understand the dynamics of where we live and be honest about it. This young man that's in court right now, Karmelo Anthony, unfortunately, we are predicting he's not going to get a fair shake because America has already taught us that we're not supposed to get a fair shake. And with that understanding, family, we have to do a better job. Let's tighten up on looking out after our youngins.
I'm trying to
I know, because they're coming for them. They're at the age to where they're coming for them. Those cute little kids that they once just oh, they're so cute, they're just beautiful. They turned 17 and 18, and now they're looked at as adults immediately.
Yes.
Immediately, and they're just kids.
Unlike the other side.
Absolutely. So we have to take care of our babies. We must. There are tons of laws that are being passed to strip away who we are and not allow that to continue to happen. So be mindful of where we are, who we are, and don't forget that we are magic. We are the magic of the universe. We are the people of the universe. We are the voice and the essence of what the Creator has pushed out there. And we have to believe in that and understand that, and we got to live up to it. We have to live up to it. And with that being said, family, as always, we thank everybody for coming out and hanging out with us.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
Hey, Big Glass, you say Wednesday and Thursday, right?
Wednesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We on.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
join you
Appreciate you,
Thursday,
Big
but I
Red.
ain't gonna join you on
Appreciate you,
Wednesday
Big Red.
because
All
me
right,
and my
that's
wife, me and my wife hit 28 years on
oh
Wednesday.
man, congrats on that too, bro.
Oh, congrats.
Man, you get rounds of applause.
Round of applause.
Yes, sir.
Boy.
28 years,
That's,
bro.
that's love right there, baby.
We've been married 28. We've been together for 34.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Mm.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
cousin
man.
Michelle is on Instagram from Chicago, and she said something that's absolutely profound. If you give them permission to feed you, you
Mm.
give them permission to starve you.
Mm.
That's true.
That's
Clocked it.
that's right there.
That's the one.
I don't know what that is, but
No, that's it right there.
That's the
That-
one for sure. That's the
Nothing
one.
you
hey,
said.
what they say? Ain't nothing in the world more expensive than free.
Hey, that's
Right there.
that. So with that being said, we thank y'all for coming out. God bless, and
Good
good.
day.
Hey, hit me up, Big Glass.
I
All
got
right, y'all.
All right,
All
y'all.